A warm greetings to one and all. In this video, let's learn about Introduction to Object-Oriented Programming and Features of C++. Myself, Dr. G. Padmapriya, Assistant Professor, Department of Computing Technology, School of Computing, SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Chennai. In this video, let's cover Introduction to C++, Features of C++, Building blocks of C++, comparison between object-oriented programming and procedure-oriented programming, examples of object-oriented programming languages. Introduction. C++ is an object-oriented programming and also called as general-purpose programming language. It was designed and implemented by Bjorn Strostrup in 1979 at AT&T Bells Labs in Ray Hills, New Jersey, USA. A new language named C with classes is developed with the help of Simul67 object-oriented programming language in addition to strong support of C programming language. Later in 1983, the name was changed to C++, which was evolved from the C increment operator ++. C++ is superset of C. So, C is an imperative plus object-oriented programming language which is used with application or system software, client-server application drivers and embedded frameworks. Features of C++. Object-oriented. This feature makes development and maintenance easier, whereas in procedure-oriented programming language it is not easy to manage if code grows as project size grows. Rich library. Multiple built-in arithmetic and logical functions along with many built-in libraries are available, which makes development faster and convenient. Memory management. C++ can both allocate and deallocate memory dynamically at any instance of time. Compiler based. C++ is a compiler based programming language. It means without compilation, no C++ program can be executed. Structured. C++ supports structured programming, which includes the use of functions. Functions reduce the code complexity and are totally reusable. Extensible. C++ is highly extensible because of its easily adaptable features. Pointers. It enables users to directly interact with the memory using the pointers and used in pointers, structures, functions, arrays, stacks and many more concepts. Recursion. C++ supports function backtracking which involves recursion. In this process of recursion, a function is called within another function for multiple number of times. Building blocks of object-oriented programming. So the first building block of object-oriented programming is classes. So class is a user-defined data types. Class act as a blueprint for individual objects. Class consists of attributes and methods. So the next comes attributes. Attributes always represents the state of an object. Method describes the behavior of object. Next, objects. Object is instance of a class. A class can have any number of objects. Objects can correspond to real world objects or an abstract entity. So here is an example. We can see a class named student with attributes name, age, color, sex with methods eating, drinking and running. So we have three objects for class student. So the first object has the attributes name with value John, the attribute age with value 12 and attribute color with value fair and the attribute sex with value male. The method John can eat more, then drinking method, so John can drink more, then running method John can run fast. So similarly other two objects Sophia and Lily is being described here. Next, comparison between object-oriented programming and procedure-oriented programming. So, object-oriented programming uses objects and classes for creating models, whereas procedure-oriented programming uses a step-by-step approach for breaking down a task into a collection of routines and variables by following a sequence of instructions. So, object-oriented programming uses bottom-up approach and procedure-oriented programming uses top-down approach to solve the problem. Method overloading and overriding are used in object-oriented programming to achieve polymorphism. It is not supported by procedure-oriented programming. A new class is derived from an existing class to achieve a code reusability using the concept called inheritance in object-oriented programming, whereas inheritance is not supported in procedure-oriented programming. Access specifier. Object-oriented programming has access specifier named public, private, protected, and etc., whereas procedure-oriented programming does not have any access specifiers. Data moving. In object-oriented programming, objects can move and communicate with each other through member functions, whereas in procedure-oriented programming, data can move freely from one function to another function in the system. Examples for object-oriented programming languages are C++, Java, C#, and .NET, whereas for procedure-oriented programming, the examples are C and Fortran languages. Examples for object-oriented programming language. Simul is the first object-oriented programming language. Next, the popular pure object-oriented programming languages includes Ruby, Scala, JDE, Emerald. Programming languages designed primarily for object-oriented programming, which includes Java, Python, and C++. The other programming languages that pair with object-oriented programming includes Visual Basic, .NET, PHP, JavaScript. Next, applications of C++. So, C++ is used in real-time systems, object-oriented database, AI and expert system, decision support system, hypertext and hypermedia, office automation system, CAD/CAM systems, simulations and modeling, and also in neural network and parallel programming systems. Thank you.